বল্লভ গিরিবরধারী গোপীজন বল্লভ গিরিবরধারী যশোদানন্দন ব্রজজন রঞ্জনা যশোদানন্দন ব্রজজন রঞ্জনা যমুনা তীরা বনচারী যমুনা তীরা বনচারী জয় রাধা মাধব কুঞ্জ বিহারী হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল নিতাই গৌর হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল श्रील प्रभुपाद की श्रीमती राधारानी की इस्कॉन गुरु वृंद की जय समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो सुजुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च Sri Rupam Sagrajatang Sagana Raghunathannitam Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanitangscha Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Sutarine Vancha Kalpa Tarubhascha Kripa Sindhubha Evacha Patitanang Pavanebho Vaishnavebho Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratise Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanto Radha Kanto Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hare Priye Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Srimati Radharani ki jai. So today is the most auspicious appearance of Srimati Radharani, the Queen of Brajeshwari, who is the loving daughter of King Vrishabhanu. So, about Srimati Radharani, descriptions are very, very deep and long. And we are not very much qualified to go deep into the Radha Krishna pastimes and such. Of course, many of you are qualified, but not me though. So, we shall try in a basic way. As Srila Prabhupada gave description in the Chaitanya Charitamrita about Srimati Radharani, that's also quite long, but we will discuss only in short. Light is not enough. Is there any other light arrangement? Yes, good. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila, 4th chapter, there is description about Mahaprabhu, his reason to come to this world, who is Mahaprabhu in this regard. And Mahaprabhu is none other than Srimati Radharani, Krishna in the mode of Radharani, in the complexion of Srimati Radharani. So here some descriptions are there. Govinda Nandini Radha, Govinda Mohini, Govinda Sarvasya, Sarvakanta Shiromani. Srimati Radharani has got many names as Lord Krishna has, according to his qualities, activities. Different names are given to Lord Krishna. Similarly, many names to Srimati Radharani also are given. So, Govinda Nandini, who gives pleasure to Govinda, Govinda Nandini, that is Radha. It is described as Radha, Ra from Rasha. In the Rasha, from the left part of Lord Krishna's body, Radharani came out as it was in the Rasa Lila, Rasa place. So that Ra and Dha means immediately after appearance, she started to serve Krishna, collect flowers, etc., to worship Krishna. She ran, that is Dhavamana, run. So Radha is in the Rasalila, who is running for serving Krishna. That is Radharani. And the glories of Srimati Radharani's name is also unlimited. And Govinda Mohini. Krishna is Madan Mohan. Madan means Kamdev, the Cupid, personified Cupid. And Cupid is supposed to be very, very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. That's why he can allure everyone, and everyone becomes attracted to him. In that way, he is very, very beautiful. But this Madan once thought of alluring Krishna. Madan thought he will allure Krishna, so he has got 5 arrows. And by throwing arrows, he attacks the person. By first arrow, one gets attacked. Second arrow, more injured. Third arrow, fourth arrow. By fifth arrow, he is completely captured. So in that way, Madan generally throws his arrows, Panchavan, Pushpavan, and in that way captures everyone. So he thought of capturing Krishna one day, and he started aiming at the face of Krishna, and as he was aiming, the beauty of Krishna was so alluring, so attractive, so beyond imagination, that he became puzzled. Madan became puzzled. So then he failed to allure Krishna. So it is said that the place where this incident took place is known as Madan Ter. Madan could understand who Krishna is. That Madan Ter is at the backside of Krishna Balaram Mandir at Vrindavan. At Vrindavan, you have seen the Parikrama Marg. In the Parikrama Marg, if you go from our temple to Parikrama Marg and go ahead, immediately you will find Krishna Balaram tree is there, where Krishna and Balaram used to take their cows for grazing. And then after that, if you go a little further, after the turning, there is the place called Madan Ter. Madan could get idea what Krishna is. So that place is known as Madan Ter. So the person who can defeat Madan, his name is Madan Mohan. The person who defeats Madan, Cupid, he is Madan Mohan, and Srimati Radharani is Madan Mohan Mohini. She attracts even Madan Mohan. Madan Mohan becomes attracted by Srimati Radharani. Of course, we know Krishna is all attractive. He attracts everyone, right? Being full of all six opulences, Krishna is all attractive. And Radharani is even, she attracts Krishna. So, Govinda Mohini, and she attracts even Govinda. Govinda Sarvasya. She is everything of Govinda. And Govinda is everything for her. Govinda Sarvasya means Govinda is everything for her. Actually, Krishna is Radharani and Radharani is Krishna. If we try to separate them, they are not like the material world, boy and girl. He is Krishna himself and divides himself into two in order to enjoy, have rasa. So, Radharani is none other than Krishna. Govinda Sarvasya, Sarvakanta Shiromani. Krishna has got many loving associates amongst ladies, among girls. So, out of that, she is Shiromani, topmost. So, she is the topmost girl, topmost girl in all ways, in different ways. There is, as Krishna is, on top of everyone, similarly, Srimati Radharani is on top of everyone also. So, she is Shiromani. Radha is the one who gives pleasure to Govinda, and she is also the enchantress of Govinda. She is the be-all and end-all of Govinda and the crest jewel of all his consorts. Devi Krishna Moyi Prokta Radhika Paradevata Sarva Lakshmi Moyi Sarva Kantihi Sammohini Para. The transcendental goddess Srimati Radharani is the direct counterpart of Lord Sri Krishna. She is the central figure for all the goddesses of fortune. She is the source of all goddesses of fortune. There are different Lakshmis, right? Vaikuntha Lakshmi, then Raja Lakshmi, Dhana Lakshmi, Griha Lakshmi. In this way, there are so many Lakshmis. And Srimati Radharani is the source of all Lakshmis. She possesses all the attractiveness to attract all attractive personality of Godhead. She possesses all the attractiveness to attract the all attractive personality of Godhead. She is the primeval internal potency of the Lord. Sometimes people take Krishna as ordinary person. Similarly, Srimati Radharani as ordinary girl. They have no idea who Srimati Radharani is. This text is from Brihad Gautamiya Tantra. Devi kohi dotomana parama sundari kimba Krishna puja kridar basati nagari. Devi kohi dotomana. Devi means parama sundari, topmost beauty, topmost beauty. Kimba Krishna puja kridar basati nagari. She is the place for Krishna's playing. Devi means resplendent and most beautiful, or else it means the lovely abode of the worship and love sports of Lord Krishna. She is the abode of love sports of Lord Krishna. Krishnamoyi Krishna jar bhitare bahire jaha jaha netra pade taha Krishna sphure. Krishnamoyi, she is surrounded by Krishna, top to bottom, left and right, everywhere. Krishnamoyi. Krishna jar bhitare bahire. Krishna is inside her and outside her, everywhere. Jaha jaha netra pade taha Krishna sphure. Wherever she sees, everywhere she sees Krishna. Krishnamoyi means one who is within and without are Lord Krishna. There is a sloka. Antar bahir jodi haris tapasas tato kim, nantar bahir jodi haris tapasas tato kim. Antar bahir jodi hari, inside and outside, if Lord Krishna is visible, available, well, then what is the necessity of penance and austerity? If Krishna is inside and outside, everywhere I see, then there is no need of penance and austerities. Nantar bahir jodi haris tapasastata kim. If Krishna is neither inside nor outside available, visible, then what is the use of that austerity and penance. So, Srimati Radharani she didn't have to do any austerity to have Krishna inside and outside, but she is endowed with the same quality. So, she sees Lord Krishna wherever she casts her glances, everywhere. Srila Prabhupada explains that we also should have same vision, see Krishna everywhere, even in the material thing. Where it has come from? It has come from nature. Where nature came from? Krishna. So, seeing Krishna even in the matter. And the person who has elevated spiritually, he or she also sees spirit everywhere. She sees spirit everywhere. She does not see even dull matter. Even in dull matter, he or she sees spirit. That's the chinmay sthiti, or means the spiritual situation. Kimba prema rasamay Krishna rasarup tar shakti tar saha hoy ek roop. Kimba, or else, prema rasamay Krishna sarup. Prema rasamay, loving mellows, prema ras, loving mellows, and who is smeared with loving mellows for Krishna. That is Srimati Radharani. Tar Shakti, Tar Saha, Hoy Ek Roop. And his Shakti, Radharani is his Shakti, and she is with him. And so, Radharani and Krishna are identical. Identical. Only form is a female form and male form, but in quality. Just like Krishna has got 64 kalas. Kala means arts. Krishna knows 64 arts. Srimati Radharani also knows 64 arts. These 64 arts are described in the Brahma Samhita. Also, recently we went to Ujjaini, where the place of Krishna's learning, ashram of Sandipani Muni is there. And in there, they have a display of all the 64 arts. What are those arts? And Krishna knew all arts. And what to speak of his teacher, Sandipani Muni. So in those days, teachers would be so expert, exalted. The person who teaches Krishna, of course, Krishna does not need to be taught. He is the master. But sometimes takes the bhumika of student, takes the role of a student and plays as student. But he is the master. So he gives opportunity to some devotees to become his teacher. So anyway, Krishna is, he knows all 64 arts. That includes singing, dancing, playing musical instruments, cooking, then what not. Also how to judge jewels, how to judge gold, how to set them, how to make a flowery bed, how to make bed, how to make rangoli. Also, in that way, many, all the necessary qualifications, including small treatments to cure different diseases. There are different basic things. Just like in India, we have used to have the Matajis, old Matajis knew. Suppose you have got fever, pick up some shivli leaves, which is called parijat, and wash it and chew it. Your fever will go away. Similarly, your stomach is giving you trouble. You pick up some guava leaves, wash it and chew it. It will be clear. Similarly, many things are there like that. So in that way, those arts were also known to Srimati Radharani as well as Krishna. They wouldn't go to hospitals. No need. Even, of course, they didn't have any deep problem, any disease. But even that they knew. For others, if there is any problem with anyone, they can cure also. So, in that way, Srimati Radharani and Krishna are identical. She is identical with Lord Krishna, for she embodies mellows of love. The energy of Lord Krishna is identical with him. The energy of Lord Krishna is identical with him. Energy and energetic. Just like you have energy. Can you separate your energy from you? If you have no energy, can you work? Can your energy be without you? No. Purport. Krishnamaya has two different imports. First, a person who always thinks of Krishna, both within and without, and who always remembers only Krishna wherever he goes or wherever he sees, is called Krishnamaya. Also, Krishnamaya is male gender and Krishnamaya is female. Krishnamaya, Krishnamaya. Also, since Krishna's personality is full of love, Prem Purushottam. Who is Prem Purushottam? Is that Mahaprabhu or Krishna? Krishna, Mahaprabhu. Topmost personality of love. His loving potency, Radharani, being non-different from him, is called Krishnamaya. Radharani is Krishnamaya. Krishna Vancha Purti Roop Kare Aradhane Ateb Radhika Nam Purane Bakhane. Krishna Vancha Purti Roop Kare Aradhane. She worships, her worship is to fulfill Krishna's desire. Whatever Krishna desires, she is to fulfill that. অতএব রাধিকা নাম পুরাণে বাখানে, আরাধনা. The Radha name came from the word aradhana. There is sloka in the Srimad Bhagavatam, anaya aradhito nunam. Anaya aradhito. Aradhana means worshipping. Krishna is worshipped by her, anaya, by her. Anaya aradhito. That's why Krishna has taken her aside. Her worship or aradhana consists of fulfilling the desires of Krishna. Therefore, the Puranas call her Radhika. Purport. The name Radha derived from the root, the word Aradhana, which means worship. The personality who excels all in worshipping Krishna, may therefore be called Radhika, the greatest servitor. Greatest servitor. Can we become greatest servitor? No. Of course, some people try to compete Radharani, but it's not proper. Anayaradhito nunang bhagavan haririsharaha yanno bihaya govindaha prito yam anayadraha. Truly, the personality of Godhead has been worshipped by her. Therefore, Lord Govinda, being pleased, has brought her to a lonely spot, leaving us all behind. This is the sloka from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10:30-28. When at the Rasa dance, after the Rasa dance, at some time, after first phase of Rasa dance, then Radharani and Krishna, they were going, and Radharani felt bit loved too much. So she felt, I am great. But Krishna does not tolerate pride. Of course, Krishna is teaching by his own part. Krishna is teaching by his own part. Krishna is punishing Srimati Radharani as such, as to show that he does not tolerate pride. So then Srimati Radharani felt and expressed, I am feeling fatigued. So then Krishna disappeared. Krishna is not attached like us. We become attached and we cannot give it up. But Krishna, he is always endowed with all 6 qualities, including renunciation. He could renounce immediately. And then all the gopis, they were searching where Krishna has gone. And after searching, finally they found the footprints of Krishna as well as Radharani. And then they concluded Krishna is worshipped her the best. That's why he has taken her alone to a secluded place. অতএব সর্বপূজ্যা পরম দেবতা সর্বপালিকা সর্ব জগতের মাতা অতএব সর্বপূজ্যা. That's why she is worshipable for everyone. Everyone should worship Srimati Radharani. Parama Devata. Devata is feminine gender. Dev, Devi, a Devata. Dev, Devata. Dev means male demigod. And Devata means female demigod. Param Devata. Supreme Goddess. Sarvapalika. She takes care of everyone. She takes care of everyone. Sarvapalika. Sarva Jagater Mata. She is the supreme mother of whole creation. She is the supreme mother. Krishna is the supreme father. He said, Aham bija pradapita. And Srimati Radharani is the supreme mother. So, if we consider her as mother, I don't think there is any difficulty. She is mother for everyone. Everyone. Sarva Jagater Mata. Therefore, Radha is Parama Devata, Supreme Goddess. The Supreme Goddess, and she is worshipable for everyone. She is the protectress of all. And she is the mother of entire universe. Not only universe. Universe is in the material world, right? Or more. Whole creation, spiritual, material, all creation. She is mother of everything. So, the word universe is not enough for this. There are innumerable universes in the material world. And there are innumerable spiritual universes in the spiritual world. Right? So, she is not only mother for one universe. সর্বলক্ষ্মী সর্বপূর্বে করিয়াছি ব্যাখ্যান সর্বলক্ষ্মী গণের তেহ হন অধিষ্ঠান সর্বলক্ষ্মী সর্বপূর্বে করিয়াছি ব্যাখ্যান সর্বলক্ষ্মী গণের তেহ হন অধিষ্ঠান সর্বলক্ষ্মী she is the topmost Lakshmi. Sarva-Lakshmi Shabda Purve Koriya. The meaning of Sarva-Lakshmi has been described before. Sarva-Lakshmi Ganer Tiho Hon Adhishtan. I have already explained the meaning of Sarva-Lakshmi. Radha is the original source of all the goddesses of fortune. Kimba Sarva-Lakshmi কৃষ্ণের সর্ববিধ ঐশ্বর্য তাঁর অধিষ্ঠাত্রী শক্তি সর্বশক্তি বর্জ্য কিংবা or else Sarva-Lakshmi means কৃষ্ণের সর্ববিধ ঐশ্বর্য। The 6 opulences of Lord Krishna total is known as Sarva Lakshmi. Lakshmi means asset or wealth. Lakshmi is wealth. Sarva Lakshmi means all wealth. All wealth means 6 wealths. তার অধিষ্ঠাত্রী শক্তি, তার অধিষ্ঠাত্রী, the predominator of all the 6 opulences. Sarva Shakti Varya, the topmost of all the Sarva Shakti. Out of all the Sarva Shakti, all wealth, wealth, she is the topmost. Varya means topmost. Or Sarva Lakshmi indicates that she fully represents 6 opulences of Krishna. Therefore, she is the supreme energy of Krishna. Sarva Saundarya Kanti বৈষয়ে যাহাতে সর্বলক্ষ্মী গণের শোভা হয় যাহা হইতে। সর্বসৌন্দর্য কান্তি বৈশে যাহাতে, all the beauty, all the how to say, kanti. In Sanskrit, the beauty is described in different ways. Lavanya, Lalitya, etc. Sarva Lakshmi Ganer Shobha Hoy Jaha Hoite. All the Lakshmis become beautified or wealthy by whom, by whose potency? That is Srimati Radharani. The word Sarvakanti indicates that all beauty and luster rest in her body. All the Lakshmis derive their beauty from her. There are unlimited number of Lakshmis in Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha Lakshmis. It is said that beauty of this world comparing heaven is totally useless. And beauty of heaven comparing the beauty of Vaikuntha is totally useless. And out of all Vaikuntha beauties, the topmost Vaikuntha is Golok Vrindavan. And there, the topmost beauty is Srimati Radharani. Topmost beauty, topmost wealth. কিংবা কান্তি শব্দে কৃষ্ণের সব ইচ্ছা কহে, কৃষ্ণের সকল বাঞ্ছা রাধাতেই রহে। Kanti may also mean all the desires of Lord Krishna. All the desires of Lord Krishna rest in Srimati Radharani. রাধিকা করেন কৃষ্ণের বাঞ্ছিত পুরাণ, সর্বকান্তি শব্দের এই অর্থ বিবরণ। রাধিকা করেন কৃষ্ণের বাঞ্ছিত পূরণ। Srimati Radharani fulfills all the desires of Lord Krishna. Krishna is supposed to fulfill everyone's desire. Eko yobohunam vidadhati kaman. Right? Eko yobohunam vidadhati kaman. One person who fulfills everyone's desire. That is Krishna. And his desire, everyone's desire is fulfilled by Krishna, And Krishna's desire is fulfilled by Srimati Radharani. So then we can understand how Krishna fulfills everyone's desire. From where he gets the power? From Srimati Radharani. So, Srimati Radhika fulfills all the desires of Lord Krishna. This is the meaning of Sarvakanti. Jagat Mohan Krishna Tahar Mohini Ataev Samastere Paratha Kurani. Jagat Mohan Krishna. Krishna builders whole creation. By Krishna's Maya, whole creation is puzzled. In the material world, his Maya, Mama Maya Duratya, my Maya, which is very difficult to overcome. But Krishna is Jagat Mohan. He allures whole creation. And Tahar Mohini. And the person who allures him. Ataev Samaster Para Thakurani. That's why she is the topmost worshipable for everyone. Lord Krishna enchants the world. Why only world? Through whole creation, material and spiritual, both. But Sri Radha enchants even him. Therefore, she is the supreme goddess of all. Radha Purna Shakti Krishna Purna Shaktiman Dui Vastu Bhednai Shastra Paraman. Radha Purna Shakti. Radha is the complete energy. Krishna Purna Shaktiman. Krishna is complete energetic. Srimati Radharani is complete energy and Krishna is complete energetic. Dui Vastu Bhednai. There is no difference in these two. Shastra Paraman. And proof is in the scriptures. Sri Radha is the full power and Lord Krishna is the possessor of full power. The two are non-different, as evidenced by the revealed scriptures. So, these statements are not just given, not just said. In the spiritual subject matter, when someone writes something, that has to be supported by scriptures. So, you will find all the writings of Goswamis, all the Vaishnavas, they always give the reference from where it is found. Mrigamad Targandha Joiche Abiched Ogni Jalate Joiche Kofuna Hibhed. Mrigamad. Mrigamad means kasturi, the fragrance that comes from deer, deer's navel. So that kasturi and this fragrance is not different. Ogni jalate joiche kofuna eved. Fire and heat. Fire and heat is non-different. They are indeed the same, just as musk and its scent and are inseparable, or as fire and its heat is non-different. রাধা কৃষ্ণ হইছে সদা একই স্বরূপ, লীলারস আস্বাদিতে ধরে দুই রূপ। রাধা কৃষ্ণ হইছে সদা একই স্বরূপ, লীলারস আস্বাদিতে ধরে দুই রূপ। Thus, Radha and Lord Krishna are one. Yet, they have taken two forms to enjoy the mellows of pastimes. Not like us. We become attracted to each other. Forced. We become forced to become attracted. But Krishna is not like that. Krishna is complete in himself. But in order to have pastimes, he takes two forms. They have taken two forms to enjoy the mellows of pastimes. Prem bhakti shikhaite apane avatari, Radha bhava kanti dui angikar kori. Anyway, so then it comes to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's matter. So, more or less we have come to the end. So, also I was thinking of reading from the 25 qualities of Srimati Radharani. Should we? Time is almost a few minutes left. So Srimati Radharani is Madhura, sweetest, very sweet. Her everything, her gesture, her talks, her activities. Nava Rama, always youthful. Nava Yauvanam. Jala apanga chanchalanan vishishta. Her eyes are always looking for Krishna. Haribol Prabhu. Time is up. So let us stop here. Prabhu is already here. So, Srimati Radharani ki jai, Radhashtami Mahotsav ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hare Hare Gaur. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. Damodara Rati Vardhana Veshe Hari Nishkuta Vrinda Vipineshe. Damodara Rati Vardhana Veshe Hari Nishkuta Vrinda Vipineshe. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. Vrishabhanu Dadi Navashashileke Lalita Shaki Guna Ramita Vishake. Vrishabhanu Dadi Navashashileke Lalita Shaki Guna Ramita Vishake. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. 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 Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. Karunam Kurumai Karuna Varite. Sanaka Sanatana Varnita Charite. Karunam Kurumai Karuna Varite. Sanaka Sanatana Varnita Charite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. 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 Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. Damadara Rati Vardhana Veshe Hari Nishkuta Vrinda Vipineshe. Damadara Rati Vardhana Veshe Hari Nishkuta Vrinda Vipineshe. Vrishabhanu Dadi Navashashileke Lalita Shake Gunaramita Vishake. Vrishabhanu Dadi Navashashileke Lalita Shake Gunaramita Vishake. Karunam Kurumai Karuna Varite. Sanaka Sanatana Varnita Charite. Karunam Kurumai Karuna Varite. Sanaka Sanatana Bani Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite, Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava, Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Gokulatayuni Mandala Mahite, Gokulatayuni Mandala Mahite, Gokulatayuni Mandala Mahite, Gokulatayuni Mandala Mahite. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Radhe, bolo, Radhe, 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 Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite, Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava, Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Jaya Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivajaka Acharya Astuttara Sajashishi Mad ISKCON founder Acharya's Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki, Prem Shikaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrindam, Shri Shri Radha Krishna Go Gopinath Syama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan ki, Shri Brajabhumi Vrindavan Dham ki, Shri Vrishabhani Devi ki, Ganga Mai ki, Yamuna Mai ki, Bhakti Devi ki, Tulsi Maharani ki, Gaur Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees. Shri Shri Radharani Janma Mahotsava ki. So, today is the glorious day of Srimati Radharani's appearance. And I remember that Srila Prabhupada said that his father, Gaur Mohan De, had prayed for his son to become a great devotee of Radharani. So, without a doubt, Srila Prabhupada became a very, very a great, great Maha devotee of Srimati Radharani. Radharani is known as Karuna Maya. She is compassion personified. She is also Jagat Ma. She is the mother of the entire universe. And of course, when Lord Krishna was in Dwarka, he saw his beautiful form reflected in the marble floor of his palace. And he thought, it is such a beautiful form. But when I think of Radharani, I see that her attraction and love for me is millions of times more attracted than my attraction to my own form. So Srimati Radharani, how can I conceive of how much love and devotion she has? So in this way, Lord Krishna was hankering. He was thinking that I am the attractor of millions and millions of cupids. Millions of cupids. And still, I, the attractor of cupids, I am so attracted to the beauty and devotion of Srimati Radharani. Rupa Goswami writes that Krishna is reflecting that when I awake in the morning, the brilliance of the sun is so beautiful. But unfortunately, at the time of dusk, the sun disappears and night falls. But then in the evening, the full moon arises, and the brilliance of the full moon is so cooling. But then again, at sunrise, the brilliance of the full moon is dissipated. So what can my dear Radharani be compared to, whose beauty and radiance shines both brilliantly in the day and the night? Like this, Krishna was hankering for tasting this Mahabhav, this wonderful love that Radharani has for him. One time, Rupa Goswami writes that Purnamasi she is actually Yogamaya personified. She was wandering through the forest of Vrindavan with some of her friends, Makara, one of the grandmothers of Radharani, and she was mentioning in the presence of Krishna and Madhumangala, she was mentioning that, oh, there's a beautiful girl, she will be coming to this forest very soon. And one of the gopis, one of the elderly gopis asked her, who is this? Who is this girl that's coming? And when Purnamasi mentioned the two syllables, Radha, immediately when Krishna heard these two syllables, the hairs on his body stood on end. So it's not that Krishna is not experiencing ecstatic love, ecstatic feelings for Radharani. He's also experiencing the ecstatic and manifesting the ecstatic symptoms described by Rupa Goswami. Tears flowing from the eyes, frothing of the mouth, shivering of the body, becoming stunned. All these wonderful symptoms that are exhibited by the gopis, even by, of course, Krishna in the form of Lord Chaitanya. Krishna is also feeling these ecstasies for Srimati Radharani. So these pastimes are going on, and Krishna, he appeared 5,000 years ago, and he instructed Srimati Radharani, Radharani, you have to come and engage in your wonderful transcendental pastimes with me. And Radharani said, oh, no, I don't want to go to that world of misery. And there'll be so many materialistic men who will want to see me. And I only want to see you, Krishna. I don't want to see any other male if I appear. And so Krishna said, don't worry, I'll arrange everything. So we know that when Lord Krishna appeared before Radharani, a few weeks before, and then by the mercy of Krishna, Vrishabhanu and Kirtida, a beautiful girl appeared in their home, in their palace. However, her eyes wouldn't open. Her eyes were closed shut. And Vrishabhanu and Kirtida were quite tormented. They were traumatized. Oh, our daughter, she's so beautiful, but she seems to be blind. However, Narada Muni appeared. And Narada Muni said, don't worry, this girl will give such fame and opulence to your family. And when the right person comes to visit your home to see her, her eyes will open. So we know that one day, Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda, they came from Nandagram. They visited to see the beautiful child, Radharani. So many Brijvasis came to see Radharani. And also Krishna, he came with Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda, little Krishna, little Gopal Krishna. And as everyone was having festivities and taking nice foodstuffs, Krishna snuck into Radharani's room where she was lying in the cradle. And with his lotus hands, he touched her eyes. And when she opened her eyes, lo and behold, she saw the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the son of Maharaj Nanda. This is the beginning of the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. So there are so many wonderful pastimes written by Rupa Goswami and other great devotees. Raghunath Das Goswami, he wrote the Danakeli, Kumudi. Rupa Goswami wrote the pastime, taxation pastimes, Danakeli Lila, where Radharani is trying to cross the river, Yamuna River, with her golden pots of ghee and yogurt. And Krishna dresses up like a government official, and he says, you have to pay some taxes if you want to cross this river, and if you have to go past me. In this way, Krishna was always Lalita, he was always joking, Dira Lalita. He was always having funny and humorous joking pastimes with Radharani. In fact, Radharani, in the early morning, she was lying in her bed in the late part of the evening, and she was speaking in her sleep. Oh, Krishna, you have to stop making so many jokes about me. Stop this joking. And if you dare touch my sari, I will tell your elders, I will complain to your father. In this way, she was speaking in her sleep talking. And when she opened her eyes, she saw that her elders were standing around her and nodding their head with great disapproval. So in this way, Rupa Goswami describes that Radharani was experiencing embarrassment in the mood of love of God. Radharani also experienced shyness. One time she was walking along the banks of the Yamuna River, and there was a cottage there where she had spent the evening with Krishna. And when she saw the cottage, she remembered this, and she suddenly became very, very shy, and she was looking around fearfully. Actually, Purnamasi arranges that when the gopis run to the forest in the dead of night, that the husbands of the gopis, they're always thinking, oh, my wife is sleeping next to me. But actually, Krishna is experiencing this parikiya ras, this lawless love with his gopis. But who are the gopis? So many millions of gopis appeared at the end of Dwapara Yuga. Many of them were great sages who had met Lord Ram in the Danda forest and had prayed that, Lord Ram, we see you as Vishnu. We see you with such awe and veneration Aishvarya Lila, but we wish to relish this Madhurya Lila and this Parikiya Madhurya Lila. So please allow us to take birth as daughters of elderly gopis in Vrindavan in Dwapara Yuga. And so they were given this blessings. They were great sages, and they took birth as various gopis in the houses of the elderly gopis of Gokula. And then many wives of demigods also wanted to taste this Madhurya Lila Ras. So they also came and appeared in the transcendental homes of the Brijbasis. And even other wives of various beings, Kinnaras and Gandharvas, they also were given the mercy to come and participate and taste this Parikiya Bhav, this Madhurya Ras in Vrindavan. So Narada Muni, he visited the house of Vrishabhanu, and he was hoping that he would see Radharani. So when he came into the home, Kirtida and Vrishabhanu, they took Radharani and put him on his lap. As soon as Radharani sat on his lap, Narada Muni went into complete ecstasy. His hairs were standing on end and tears were flowing from his eyes like torrents of rain and bathing Radharani. And Radharani, who's so merciful, she manifested her complete form as Radha, the Ladini Shakti of Lord Krishna, to Narada Muni. In this way, Narada Muni got special mercy. We know that he also came near Kusham Sarovar in Vrindavan. And Purnamasi said, no, you can't come. You can't come in this area. This is the area where Radha and Krishna are having pastimes. And so he was allowed to enter into a kund, and he came out as a gopi. Narada Muni Kund is there, near Kusham Sarovara. And he's able to also relish this Madhurya Lila, this Madhurya Ras of Radha and Krishna. So there's so many wonderful pastimes given by Rupa Goswami, and Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur also writes the wonderful book Chamatkara Chandrika, Chamatkara, where Jatila and Kutila, the sister-in-law of Radharani and the mother-in-law, every day Mother Yashoda had arranged that because Durvas Muni had given a benediction to Radharani, he had visited the home of Vrishabhanu, and he'd given a benediction to Srimati Radharani that first of all, whatever you cook will be unparalleled. No one will ever be able to cook as nicely and tasty as you. And secondly, every day and every time you cook, it won't be ever the same preparation. It'll never be repeated again. And thirdly, whoever eats the food cooked by your hand, he will be very strong and healthy and live a long time. And fourthly, that person who takes foodstuffs cooked by your hand, he will be able to defeat all the demons, any of his enemies. So of course, Mother Yashoda was seeing so many demons coming and attacking Krishna. Putana, Trinavarta, Agasura, Shakadashura, all the various demons are coming every day to kill Krishna, sent by Kamsa. So Yashoda Mai, she convinced Jatila and Abhimanyu, Radharani should come and cook for Krishna. So every day she was cooking for Krishna in Yashoda Mai's kitchen. And of course Krishna was there, and he'd look through the lattices from his room. His room was an extension of Nanda Maharaj's palace. and it was made of beautiful Indranila gems and other wonderful, beautiful, opulent gems and jewels. And he'd look through the lattice and see his beloved Radharani, and he'd become very ecstatic. So in this way, Radha and Krishna were exchanging glances, and when Radharani would come back to Abhimanyu's home, Jatila would notice, oh, this Radharani, she's exhibiting some kind of loving feelings for another man. How is this appropriate? So she had a meeting with Kirtida, called the GBC. And she said, okay, from now on we have to forbid Radharani from going to this house of Yashoda Mai. After all, who has ever heard of a married woman going to another man's house and cooking for him every day? It's completely unacceptable. I mean, just because Durvasa Muni gave this benediction, still, this is transgressing the rules of etiquette for married women. The codes of conduct are being broken. She said, what if another great sage came like Vasishta? He came and he said that he blessed her that Radharani, any person you touch can have immortality. Then can Radharani go around touching different males? No, this is unacceptable. So Radharani was forbidden from going to the house of Yashoda Mai. This is written by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So Radharani, she's feeling such separation that she was burning up in the fever of separation from Krishna. And she was lying on the ground in her chamber. And the gopis, Vishaka and Lalita and many gopis were coming there. And they were trying to console her. And her body was so hot that they decided to make her a bed of fresh lotus petals and embellished with the sandalwood pulp and camphor to cool her down. When Radharani lay on this wonderful cooling bed, the entire bed turned into embers immediately from the burning of separation from Krishna. So this is also described by Uddhava to Krishna when he went to visit Radharani. This is in the Chaitanya Charitamrita Anchalila. He says, Krishna, Lalita has written this message, that Lalita is saying that Srimati Radharani is lying on the ground and she's experiencing vyadi. Vyadi means disease, fever. And this fever is burning up her body, and her heart is like an earthen box in which molten gold is there. It is so hot. Krishna, you must go to Vrindavan and relieve Radharani of her feverish condition. So these were pastimes of separation written by the Rupa Goswami. So Krishna himself, over at the palace of Mother Yashoda, he was also feeling such separation from Radha. And Yashoda said, don't you like the cooking of Rohini, your other mother? She's cooking for you. And Krishna was not, he was so morose and feeling so moroseful that he was not the same. And Mother Yashoda was so disturbed by her son's moroseness. So then a plot was hatched. And one day, Jatila, she gave permission that Dhanishta, the friend of Radharani and Krishna, she could come to the house and request Radharani to make some nice sweets for Krishna, laddu and other sweets. And so Dhanishta went to the house. Radharani was lying there. She said, Radharani, wake up, your beloved is here. Immediately Radharani's eyes opened wide and she thought, oh, my beloved is here. She ran to the kitchen and she called Rupa Manjari. Rupa Manjari, get firewood, get ingredients. I'm going to cook nice sweets for my beloved. So as she was cooking, the kitchen became hotter and hotter. But because of the magic of Krishna Prema, the whole hot kitchen felt like the peaks of the Himalayan mountains. This is the magic of prema, that whatever should be hot is cold, whatever should be liquid becomes solid, whatever is solid becomes liquid. Just like when Krishna plays on his flute, sometimes the Yamuna River becomes so ecstatic, it becomes solid. And when Krishna is playing on his flute, sometimes all the stones and boulders are along the Yamuna River, they melt in ecstasy. So, anyway, Radharani is cooking, and Dhanishta whispers into the ear of Vishaka something very interesting. And then, after Radharani finishes cooking and dispatches her wonderful foodstuffs with Dhanishta, she goes back in her room to lie down. And Vishaka comes into the room and whispers into Radharani's ear, some kind of a secret. So suddenly Vishaka runs out into the living room where Jatila is, and she's rolling on the ground and she's screaming, "Oh no, oh no, Radharani, she's been bitten by a serpent. She was out in the garden and she saw a jewel on the ground, and she thought she dropped one of her precious jewels. When she went to pick it up, it was actually the jewel on a serpent's head. And this serpent bit her on the hand, and now the poison is traveling up her body. Oh my goodness, what should we do? What should we do?" Jatila became hysterical, and she was so overwhelmed by anxiety. "Oh my goodness, call her husband. Abhimanyu, come. Go to the village, go down to the town, and find a Brahmin who knows the mantras for eliminating poisonous effects of a snake." So then Radharani suddenly opened her eyes and said, "I have taken a vow from Durvasa Muni. Any man that touches me other than my husband, I will give up my body. So you can't, no doctors can come and help me, that male doctors." So then Vishaka said, "Well, the son of Maharaj Nanda in Nandagram, he has subdued the Kaliya serpent, and he killed the Agasura serpent. He seems to be very expert in the way of subduing snakes. Why don't we call him?" And then Radharani again opened her eyes and said, "If you mention that woman thief who has slandered my name again all over Gokula, I will immediately give up my body." So, in this way, another suggestion from Vishaka was, "Let us go and ask Purnamasi." So off they went, running towards Nandagram, to the house of Purnamasi. And when they went there to see Purnamasi, "Oh, I'm sorry, but I don't know these tantric arts. But Garga Muni's daughter, Gargi, she knows so many mantras. Her father is such a great sage. Perhaps you should go and ask Gargi." So they went to Garga Muni's house and asked Gargi, "Oh, please, do you know these mantras that can neutralize the poison of a very, very poisonous snake?" Gargi said, "Oh, I'm not very masterful in this art, but I have a sister who just came from Varanasi, Vidyavali, and she's married to a very aristocratic Brahmin in Varanasi, in Benares. And she knows so many mantras and tantras, how to neutralize the poison of snakes and other mantras and so on. So why don't we ask her?" So they approached her sister, Vidyavali, who suspiciously had a bluish complexion. and "My dear Vidyavali, could you please come to Abhimanyu's house? Jatila was on the floor saying, you will purchase our lives if you simply save my daughter-in-law. Please, please help." And Vidyavali was saying, "Well, I'm not in the habit of going door to door in villages. I'm the wife of a very aristocratic Brahmin in Benares. I don't go door to door and chanting these mantras for snakes and so on. That's beneath me. And then Vishaka said, "Oh, lady, oh, Vidyavali, you don't understand the devotion of the Brijbasis. Be careful. These devotions of the Brijbasis are so overwhelming. You have no idea. You should immediately apologize for this offense you've made." So Vidyavali said to her, she said, "What about my husband? I mean, he's such an aristocratic Brahmin. I will tarnish his reputation." Like this. And Vishaka said, "No, these are the greatest devotees. You simply help them." So then Vidyavali, she surrendered, she agreed, and she said, "There's one thing, Jatila, one thing is, I have this tantric mantra in my throat, and I'm chewing betel nuts, and along with the mantra, I have to transfer these betel nuts into the mouth of the patient. Do you think that's okay?" And Jatila said, "I've never heard of such a medication, such a process. I've never heard of someone putting his chewed betel nuts into the mouth of another person. What is this?" And then Vishaka said, "In a situation of life and death, one should resort to whatever means to save the life of that person." So off they went, running off to the house of Abhimanyu. And there Radharani was lying on the ground, and Vidyavali came in with Jatila and Kutila. They're all traumatized, hysterical. And then Vidyavali said, "Oh, remove her sari because I have to touch her body and see where the poison is going." So as Krishna was touching Radharani's lotus feet, Radharani started going into ecstasy. And Krishna said, "Oh, this poison is very powerful. Look at this poor patient. Her hairs are standing on end, so many things. Everyone get out of the room. I have to summon this serpent." So everyone went out of the room, and Krishna told them, "You come back in 3 hours. I have to spend time with this patient." And Radharani was just in ecstasy, you know, and so on. So after 3 hours, Jatila and Vishaka and Lalita, they all came back, but they were not allowed in the room. And Vishaka told Jatila, "Put your ear to the door and you listen to what's going on." So as they were all listening, putting their ear to the door, Vidyavali, Krishna, he imitated the voice of the serpent, and Vidyavali said, "My dear serpent, where have you come from?" "I've come from Mount Kailash." "Oh, and who sent you?" "Lord Shiva sent me." "Why?" "Someone has offended my expansion, Durvasa Muni." Who offended?" "Jatila, the mother-in-law of Radharani." "How is she offended?" "She has questioned the chastity of Radharani. I gave her a blessing that she would always maintain this vow, strict vow of chastity, just like lines in a stone." "And what else?" "And she has also insulted my benediction that whatever Radharani cooks, that person will be very healthy and live a long time. And now she's stopped this son of Maharaj Nanda from taking the food. And my expansion of Gopiswar is there to protect all the inhabitants of Vrindavan." In this way, the serpent was saying. And then Vidyavali said, "Well, why didn't you just bite Jatila?" And he said, the serpent says, in the voice of the serpent, he says, the pain that Jatila will experience from the death of her daughter-in-law, and I will also bite her son, the pain is far more extreme than directly biting her. She will have to live in such great pain for the rest of her life when her son and daughter-in-law die. So in this way, Jatila was on the other side of the door, and she, oh no, it's all my fault, it's all my fault. I'm such a crazy woman, please forgive me. My dear Shiva, oh my Durvas Muni, forgive my offenses. From now on, Radharani can do whatever she wants. She can go wherever she wants in this way. And then the serpent said, are you sure? If you ever do this again, I'll come. You better promise. So like this, Jatila, I promise. Please, you have purchased me. You have purchased my loyalty forever. Like this. So all the Jatila and the gopis came inside the room, and they said, Radharani, how are you feeling now? And Radharani said, I'm feeling very, very nice, very good. And then they were saying, Vidyavali, the female doctor, oh, we should go now, we should go back to Gargi's house, it's very late. And Jatila, no, it's midnight. You can't go, it's very dangerous, so many wild animals in the forest, tigers and so on. You just stay the night. And actually, maybe the poison might be lingering. So you better stay near the patient. And then Jatila said, I have a room upstairs on the roof with a very large bed, and you can stay there. We'll have Radharani lie there, and you can stay with Radharani. In this way, Radha and Krishna spent the night together on the roof of Abhimanyu's house. So like this, the astonishing, ecstatic pastimes of Radha and Krishna are being revealed to us by the great, great acharyas like Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Rupa Goswami. So many wonderful pastimes are there. In the Vidagdha Madhava, actually, Rupa Goswami was traveling to Jagannath Puri, and he was going through the city of a place called Saraswati village in Orissa. And when he was sleeping, the goddess of learning came into his dreams. And Rupa Goswami had intended to write a play about the glories of Radha and Krishna, about the glories of Krishna in Vrindavan, Mathura, and Dwarka. But Saraswati came to him and said, Vrindavana Parichaja Padamikam Nadigachati. The son of Maharaj Nanda never leaves Vrindavan. Why are you writing a play about him going to Mathura and Dwarka? This is not allowed. This is not acceptable. That's a different Leela. That's Aishvarya Leela. This Leela in Vrindavan is pure Madhurya Prema Leela. So you have to write two plays. And so when Rupa Goswami met Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Puri, Mahaprabhu said, yes, Krishna never leaves Vrindavan. You must write a play about Krishna in Vrindavan, experiencing the most intimate pastimes with the inhabitants of Vrindavan, completely devoid of any awe veneration. In Dwarka, everyone knows Krishna is God, and all these queens are all Lakshmi Devis. And they know that he's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that flow of mercy, that flow of love is a little bit compromised by this awe and veneration. And the devotees, the Vaishnavas, the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we don't care about this awe and veneration. We simply are concerned like Madhavendra Puri. Oh my Lord of Mathura, when will I attain your lotus feet? Madhavendra Puri said, let the Vedas personified chant mantras. Let the Brahmins study all the Vedas, the Veda Vadaratis. I simply want to remember the son of Maharaj Nanda, who was herding little calves in the courtyard of Maharaj Nanda. That's all I want. So Madhavendra Puri, he's considered to be the root of the tree of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He appeared before Gauranga Mahaprabhu to set things up, and he's actually an incarnation of a Kalpavriksha tree in the spiritual world. So, in the Vidagdha Madhava it's described, Srimati Radharani is walking through the forest, and she's with Vishaka and Lalita, and she hears the flute playing of the cowherd boy Krishna. And immediately her whole body becomes overwhelmed with shivering. And one Gopi, Bhadra, she is from the another camp. We won't mention Chandravali, but she's the competitor of Radharani. Why is Radharani shivering? What's going on? And Vishaka said, oh, the wind is blowing, it's quite cold. And no, it's not cold. Why is Radharani shivering like this? So one time Radharani, she saw a picture of Krishna that Vishaka had drawn. And suddenly she became overwhelmed in the mood of unmada, madness. She became mad. And she told Vishaka and Lalita, she said, I'm a condemned woman, for I'm simultaneously attracted to 3 males. One is, he's in this picture, this beautiful blue monsoon colored person. And when I see it, my throat can't, my limbs, everything becomes stunned. I'm not able to speak. And then there's another male whose name is Krishna. And when I hear those 2 syllables, all the hairs on my body stand on end. And then there's another person who's playing on a flute. And when the flute enters into my ears, my entire body becomes overwhelmed with trembling and shuddering. In this way, I'm a condemned woman. I'm simultaneously attracted to 3 males. And then Vishaka said, Radharani, what are you saying? It's the same person. It's that great hero of Vrindavan. Radharani says, who is this fearless young man who is traversing through the forest of Vrindavan with his flute to his lips, his authorized messenger, who is plundering from the vault of my heart the treasure of my patience? In this way, beautiful poetry is given by Rupa Goswami. One time, Krishna came with some beautiful flowers for Radharani. And he was trying to win the glance of Srimati Radharani. And Radharani is known as a left-wing gopi. She's very contrary. She's known as contrary. When Krishna approaches her, she frowns at him. And when he tries to touch her sari, she shows a mood of anger, although internally she's very pleased. So this is Radharani's mood, left-wing gopi. So Krishna brought her these flowers, and she immediately gave him a sidelong glance, sudden glance. And Krishna suddenly, when her eyes met his, he became surprised. And not only did he drop the flowers, but he dropped his flute. And Radharani grabbed the flute and put it between the pleats of her sari. And then she stole away into another forest. And she had brought the flute, and she addressed the flute. Oh, you troublesome flute. You are constantly numbing the hands of my Shaki gopis, and they're not able to do their household, their wifely duties. Oh, you troublesome flute. By the sound of your music, all my Sakis, they're dragged away from the laps of their husbands into the forest. Oh, you troublesome flute. In the presence of the elders, my Sakis and gopis, their clothing becomes loosened by the sound of your flute. Their waist belts become loosened. Rascal flute. From now on, you won't cause any trouble, any tribulation to my Saki friends. I will hold you here and you won't be allowed to be in the hands of Krishna. The gopis also were meditating. What is this flute? I mean, he's hard, he's full of holes, he's juiceless, he's full of knots. What great austerities has he performed that he's always abiding in the hands of the son of Maharaj Nanda? What great austerities has his flute performed? He's always drinking the nectar of Krishna's lips. So Swarup Damodar and Ramananda Roy were reciting these beautiful poems written by various Goswamis like Rupa Goswami. And this flute is so presumptuous that it's always drinking the nectar of another male's lips, although he is male himself. He is so bold that we know the lips are the property of the gopis. Why is he always there drinking the nectar of the lips of the son of Maharaj Nanda? In this way, the gopis were like, how did he get there? What great austerities did he perform? Or sometimes they'd feel envy and ecstatic love. Who is this flute? What's this flute anyway? What is he? Like that. So in this way, so many wonderful pastimes with the gopis and Krishna's flute playing. Sometimes Radha and Krishna would meet in the various kunjas of Vrindavan, and they'd have what is called the battle of love. So one time Radha and Krishna were having a battle of love in the kunja, and they saw Lalita coming. Now Lalita is a very fiery person. She's always chastising Krishna and protecting Radharani. And so as she was coming to the kunj, Krishna jumped behind a tree and hid. And Radharani came out and met Lalita. And Lalita said, so, what have you been up to? Radharani, where's your beloved? Lalita saying, where is your beloved? And Radharani is like, who knows? Like this, pretending. Lalita said, all the flowers in your hair are completely thrown on the ground. Your beautiful necklace, full of wonderful, valuable jewels, is so broken. So many jewels are falling on the ground. And your flower garland is crushed by the embrace of Krishna. Oh, why are you telling lies? Where is Krishna? At that point, Krishna jumps out and says, oh, just see this Radharani. All my peacock feathers are all strewn on the ground. She's attacked me. Just see this cunning girl. And then Radharani looks at Krishna and says, the crimes that you like to accuse others of, the very crime is what you're very expert at committing. Like this, these pastimes are going on in the 12 forests of Vrindavan. So this is Srimati Radharani. Lord Krishna, in this age of Kali, he doesn't send an avatar. Many times the Kali Yuga avatar of Lord Chaitanya is an expansion or avatar of Krishna. But in this Kali Yuga, Krishna himself comes. So this is a special Kali Yuga. And he comes, there's the Bahiranga and the Antaranga. So the internal reason for Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Krishna coming in the mood of Radharani, Mahabhav, is to taste this fathomless love of God, this Prema Sagara, this ocean of love, Prema Sagara, that Radharani is experiencing for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is what Gauranga Mahaprabhu wants to taste, because he can't imagine the depth of love that Radha has for him. Externally, Bahiranga is coming to freely give this prema, this love of God, freely. You don't have to be fit, you don't have to be qualified. Anyone can get this mercy. Kirata Hunandra Pulinda Pulkash Shambira Shambhayavana Kasharaya Yene Chapapa Tadapa Shwaya Shwaya Sudyanti Tasmai Prabha Vishnave Namaha. In the second canto is described that whether you're tribal born in Africa, Kirata, Hunandra, the Huns, they went all over Asia murdering and killing and raping. Hunandra, Andhra Pradesh, some tribals in Andhra. Pulinda, the Chinese, all different types of people, they can be given this mercy if they surrender to the Guru Parampara, the great Acharyas in the line of Lord Chaitanya. By these great personalities, one can get this prema. Prema Pumarta Mahan, that this goal of love of God is being given freely. Even the demigods in the spirit, in the heavenly planets, the Gandharvas, the Apsaras, the Kinnaras, all the various personalities throughout the universe, they want to take birth in this wombs of those who are in the movement of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and participate in the Sankirtan movement of Lord Chaitanya. So Lord Chaitanya is trying to give us Patita Pavan Hetu Tava Avatar Mo Samo Patita Prabhu No Poibe Ar. He's in the mood, Krishna in the mood of Radharani. He's simply trying to give it freely. Come and take. When he went to Benares, he's saying, I'm trying to give this love of God, but here no one wants it. They're simply criticizing Lord Chaitanya. Oh, he's so sentimental. So Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he practiced such humility, although he's God, that he sat where people wash their feet and put their, clean their feet. And Prakashananda Saraswati and 60,000 disciples were looking at him, and Lord Chaitanya was glowing, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he converted them all to this Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, this pure bhakti. And the Buddhists in South India also, they were trying to poison him, and a big bird came, maybe it was Garuda, and picked the huge plate up and dropped it on the Buddhist leader. And they all became devotees. Even the Mohammedan Pathans in Mathura, they arrested the associates of Lord Chaitanya, but he converted the Mohammedan soldiers to pure love of God. And they would say, Lord Chaitanya didn't mind, he didn't qualify anyone. Everyone unqualified, he qualified us to experience this pure prema bhakti through the chanting of the holy name. So let us glorify Radharani today, and let us take shelter and pray for the mercy of Srimati Radharani. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. I think it's darshan time.